Welcome back to the channel, guys, and now we've done free agent goalkeepers and now we have free agent defenders. The first defender on the list is Santiago Arias from Colombia. 30 years old, so we'll probably only get a couple of years out of him. But we have a very good stamina, pace, off the ball positioning, tackling. He can defend, he can go forward, he can in the middle, whatever that means. He's just been released, or he's left Granada. Oh no, he's left Atletico Madrid. He's on loans at Granada and Bayer Leverkusen. He's been of high quality for the last 10 years. So yes, a really good pickup. He's the highest current ability of defender out of contract, which is really good. I don't know how much he wants per week. I am in control of Arsenal right now, so if we just have a little look, why not? And I think he'd be a squad player if I can get him. Okay, regular starter. He'd want 54 grand at Arsenal, but I feel like he'd want less somewhere else. I think that's maybe just because he wants to join the wage structure. Then again, Liverpool want him, which is very interesting. I didn't think Liverpool would. No, because obviously they've got Trent and they've got Gomez that can play there. Fabinho can play there. Milner can play there. That's an interesting one. So Liverpool are interested. So maybe you have to pay over the odds for him. But Santiago Arias for any single team really in the world, either a backup or first team. Obviously the top teams it'd be a backup, but like I can see he's a good signing for any team on the game really, especially for free. So yeah, he's the first one and he's the best one. So we just had a right back and now we've got a left back, and I think most of you, if not all of you, will know him. Jethro Willems. He's obviously recently been in the Premier League with Newcastle, did quite decent. I mean, Steve Bruce was the manager, so as decent as you can be under Bruce. But yeah, same as Arias. He's been at the top of football, really. Top divisions, Bundesliga and Eredivisie for the last 10 years. He's fallen out of contract, though, in free agency. I'm not sure why or how. I've not really looked into his story. He's not the greatest defensively with 9 concentration, but then again, he has got good tackling, good marking, good positioning. A very good crossing, fantastic wing back. If you play with wing backs, he's absolutely brilliant. Got a long throw to boot, good off the ball, pacey. Now he might have injury problems. I'm not too sure. The clubs that are interested in the start are Stuttgart, a few teams from Greece. Yeah, obviously he's not as good as Arias, as well-rounded and as solid. But Jethro Willems is a very, very, very good option off the free agents list. Yeah, he doesn't want as much. He wants 30 grand. I reckon you can get that down to 25 pretty easily. But yeah, Jethro Willems is for me the best left-back free agent on the game right now. So we're going to go find a centre-back. So I promised you a centre-back, and here he is, Yoris Nyanyon? I think the G's silent. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong with that. Probably am. So this dude here, I'm going to call him Yoris. Yoris is 25, so a very good age. I didn't want to put all the old players in this list. I wanted to find a few youngsters. He can play centre-back, DM, and if you really want right-back, not the paciest, but I think once you sign him and give him a bit of game time, I think he improves a lot of these attributes by at least 1. And once you put 1 on a bunch of these attributes, especially the defending ones, you get a very good centre-back. A centre-back that could be easily worth between 10 to 15 million, honestly. Good jumping, good positioning for the level you're going to be playing at, unless it's the Premier League, which is probably 212 is a bit too low, but 14 tackling, 14 marking, 15 heading, good bravery, good aggression, good balance, good strength. Yeah, I don't think there's a massive, like, maybe his 11 acceleration is the downside to him, but he's absolutely fine for most teams. Obviously not the elite teams like Arias was, but the level's lower than him. Backups for like your Leicesters and stuff like that. Like you can probably get better than him, but for free if you're on a bit of a budget first season. But yeah, you could on a bottom a relegation level team in the top divisions. He's very, very good. Is Yoris. I think there's been a bit of trouble with him in real life. I think he got released from Sevilla for disciplinary issues. I could be wrong on that because they signed him for 12 million, loaned him back to Rennes, and then he didn't play for 2 seasons. I'm pretty sure there's disciplinary issues. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's got a ban in game. It looks like he's all fine to play. I've had checked that, don't worry. He's wanted by teams in France, teams in Greece, a top division team in France in Auxerre. So that's the level. Yeah, if you're looking for a good centre back, and he can also double up as a DM, then Yoris is your man. So we're back to the right backs, and Enoch Kwateng is the next on the list. Now it looks like there's a fair few right backs in the free agency list. So Kwateng is the next there. He is very, very good. He's close to Arias. He has got 15 tackling, 13 off the ball, good pace, good acceleration, good strength, very solid defender. 14 crossing, 12 dribbling. He's got everything at least 11, 12 that you'll ever need, to be totally honest. Who is he wanted by? He's wanted by teams in France again and a few teams in Belgium. But I think this guy is very, very good. And I've also seen him before. I don't know if it was last year's FM or this year's FM. But I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy go for 10 to 15 million by one team. I'm pretty sure it was like a mid-table Liga 1 team in France. And then I think he got signed by a Premier League team for like 15, 20 million. So you can make a lot of money on this guy. Now, I don't know how much he wants. Let's have a check real quick. He wants emergency backup. Interesting. He doesn't want much just in terms of wages, which is absolutely brilliant. Where is he really fast? There he is, Enoch. I just think he's got nothing really that is a problem. If you play him as a wing back, you can play him as a full back because he's good physically and he can defend. You can even play centre back if you really want him to as a back three, maybe. Probably not tall enough or good in the air for the back four in the centre back. Yeah, because he's just a very good player. Only 25 too. There's not much wrong with him, and I think he's an absolute bargain. So yeah, get on him. Enoch Kwateng. Remember the name. So we've had two right backs. Now we've got a second left back. David Juncker. Just been released or left Girona. So David Juncker is a very good wing back again. I do like my attacking full backs. I'm not a massive fan of these centre backs / left backs. I do like my left backs to be able to cross or run off the ball. I like them to be able to dribble a little bit. I like them to be able to pacey. What I like about Juncker is his crossing, obviously, but then he's very good on the ball. So like passing 13, technique 14. Even when he's off the ball with his 14, it's just very, very good. 14 anticipation, very good physicals at 14 acceleration and 14 pace, 13 agility, 13 balance. A little bit older at 28 than maybe you would like, but for a free agent, especially if you're again at the bottom end of divisions or the top end of the second tier, David Juncker is a very, very, very good player. Now, he, again, the same as the last time what I said about the centre-back. If you sign this guy and you play him and you have decent training facilities and all that stuff, I think this fella could become a lot better. I don't think he'll become much better because obviously he's 28. But I do think these free agents do start the save with less CA current ability than their potential ability. I don't think they're max potential. I feel like this guy last year was better than this, and I doubt he's been touched too much. I don't think he'll have been messed around with his attributes and all that stuff. So I think if you sign this guy, I think you'll see improvements, especially the mental areas like composure and concentration, which are a bit needed. I do like him, and he'll get you a lot of assists. So if you do sign David Juncker, make sure you let me know and put in the comments below and tell me how you got on with him. I think I'm going to get him on one of my saves too, and I think I might put it in the comments of how he's done at the bottom once I get hold of him. Yeah, David Juncker is the second left back on the list, and then we're going to go on to the last one, which is another centre back. Alright guys, last player, and it's another centre back. We've got two left backs, two right backs, and two centre backs, and this one is Bubacar Sanneh. He's from Gambia, 33 caps for Gambia. As you can see straight away, his passing, his technique and all that stuff for a ball-playing centre-back isn't the best. But he's a no-nonsense, very good defender who will get you clean sheets. He's 6 foot, good jumping, decent pace, very good strength, good natural fitness, so you've got a couple of years in him. 15 tackling, 14 marking, 16 heading, which is elite level really, 14s and 15s. 12 positioning is a little bit low, but then you've got 15 aggression, 14 anticipation, 14 bravery. I just think he's a very, very, very good centre-back. He's been in Belgium and Denmark lately. He started in Gambia, obviously. He went to Denmark. He's been in Denmark a lot. He got signed by Anderlecht for 7 million back in 2018. So there must have been a lot of promise around him. I wonder if he got an injury around that time, 2018. No, it doesn't look like he did. Maybe he just didn't fulfill the promise that people thought he had. But I like this guy. Now, he's a bit of a throwback. He's got traits of getting into the opposition area, which I don't think really matters because he's not going to make runs from centre-back. I don't think the match engine really allows that unless it's a wide centre-back. And maybe he could be a really good wide centre-back. I know he can't really cross. But maybe we'll use the trait. You could make him a wide centre back, and maybe he makes some late runs because his finishing's quite high for a centre back at 7. So you never know. I like the short, simple passes because he's not the greatest on the ball, but he runs with the ball rarely. So that's absolutely fine. Maybe he makes runs off the ball, but yeah, obviously doesn't take long shots, all that stuff. He seems a bit of an eccentric centre back. Then, if those are his traits that the researchers have given him. Maybe quite an interesting player. I might try and get hold of him and see how he gets on too. He's wanted by an Eredivisie team, a Russian Premier League team, and a Turkish Premier League team. So yeah, maybe not as good as the others on the list, but again, he's not 30 for a couple of years. He's got some very good base attributes, ambitious personality, so he could improve a little bit more with good training and match time. And I think he's low key pretty good. Let me know how you get on if you do pick up Bubacar. And yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, we're on to the midfielders next. I'll catch you then. Goodbye.